This is Neil, the crazy inventor, again, with You're Amazing and I'll Prove It. My book here teaches you that you are incredible. It makes no difference about anything: sex, religion, race, height, weight. Nothing makes any difference. Each and every one of us is magnificent. And in this book, You're Amazing and I'll Prove It, it goes through questions just like an inventor does. Ask questions, you answer the questions, and once you finish this book, by the time you're done, you know for a fact that you are as amazing as any person on this planet. So that's the advertising part. I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time, and literally for a few years. And I've been told that I shouldn't do it. And it's a very controversial subject. And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to go ahead and do it because of what's going on in and as you know, because of I have to do it this way. So because of what's going on in this right now, and the fact that I'm an inventor, and the fact that I am not either one of these, and I'm right down the middle. I look at everything on its own merit. And I'm going to today talk about this subject. Very, very controversial subject. But I'm going to tell you why. And that is, back in the 70s, late 70s, I was watching a program that it was a talk show, and there was a doctor on there named Dr. Timothy Leary. Dr. Timothy Leary, for those who don't know who he was a very controversial person back in the 70s and early 80s. Without going into all the other controversy stuff, he wrote an article on this subject and put it in a magazine. And someone used that article to do this to someone, to a young woman, young girl, and was able to keep her captive for a number of years. And then she was able to get away from the people who were doing this. And then the media and everybody found out about her. Well, after this happened, they had Dr. Leary back on a talk show, and they told him about this girl. And they said to him, now, don't you feel horrible that you put that article out there so someone could do it? And Dr. Timothy Leary instantaneously said, absolutely not. The reason that I wrote that article was because this is so easy to do that there's only one defense against it, and that is knowing how it's done. If you don't know how it's done, it makes no difference how old you are, how smart you are, how learned you are, how much school you have. Nothing matters. If you do not know how this is done, it can be done to you. So, because I am not, and I'm right down the middle, I know that there are things being done that are just exactly this. And so it's very important that you know how this is done, because if you don't know how it's done, then there's no way of you knowing whether it's being done to you. So that's why I'm going to give you some information tonight, because I have studied it. Dr. Leary inspired me to study it, and I'm an inventor, so I want to know everything about everything. And so when I found out about that, why wouldn't I want to know how this works? I mean, that's pretty awesome. We carry around this magnificent thing up here, and we don't know even how it works because nobody teaches us. And so then they can do this to us. So I'll tell you, one of the very first things that you do is you hold back information. You do not give out certain information because you want the person to make this decision. You only give them this much information. Because if you gave them all the information, there's a very good chance they would not make this decision, they would make this decision. So the first thing is hold back information. The second thing is amazing to me because I know how, and at the same time, because of this technique, it actually starts to work on me. And I'm like, I know that's not true, and yet I'm thinking it. And that is, you say it over and over and over and over and over, and you just keep saying it. And it makes no difference what information they might get other than the information you're trying to control, and that's all you're giving them. You just keep telling them this one thing. You just keep saying it over and over and over. And if the person is not getting information from anywhere else, 9 out of 10 times or more, I'm telling you, it is so close to 100% of the time you can get them to make this decision. It's unbelievable. So what's going on right now is that this is only giving you certain information. And that's coming from an inventor. It's not coming from what I said before. It's not coming from either one of these. It's this right here, and they are only giving you certain information. Some of that information, let's date it back for 4 years. And you know about when this one was elected 4 years ago. Like them or not, that's got nothing to do with this. What it's got to do with is this. You can make your own decision about this if you have all the information. But if they deliberately hold back information, then they're doing this, and you don't even realize it. So let's see. One of the easiest ways that I can show that is holding back information is that there were, well, we'll just say politicians. There were politicians that were trying to do something to this guy. They were trying to remove him. And they wanted you to make the decision that this person was a really, really bad person and that he absolutely had to be removed. So they wanted you to make the decision to remove him. Well, one of the easiest ways to show that they were holding back information is that they had a hearing where the politicians, I know that's politics, the politicians were put under oath. The ones that were trying to remove this person, they were put under oath and they were asked, do you have any information about this person that would lead you to believe that he is guilty of the crimes you have said he committed? Under oath, these people said, no, we have no evidence whatsoever. Instantaneously, after they left that room, they sought out representatives of these people. And they went right on television and they said, we got him now, we got him now, we've got the information, we've got the information, we've got to get rid of him, we got him now. Well, that is step number one. Hold back the information that you just gave out and give them only the information that they want you to have, regardless of which side this is on. That just pisses me off. That just pisses me right off. So the next thing is that these guys, for 4 years, just kept saying the same thing over and over and over. And then they said it over again. And they said it over. And they said it over for 4 years. And now there's actual evidence, solid evidence, that this was taken away from a lot of people. A lot of people. And I don't care which one you are, because if they come after you, or if you're not the one that they come after, well, who's going to be left after they come after them? So if they're taking this away by using this, I really don't care what your decision is, whether it's one of these or not. But if you have all the information, you can make the decision yourself. You don't have to choose what I choose. That's the whole thing about this whole thing. If you get more opinions, and not opinions, but more information, you know what's right and what's wrong. The likelihood of you being right is very, very good. So when you go out and get information, make sure you get information that is factual. They say, I have actual documentation that is signed. Here it is. I'm showing it to you. It is from whatever outfit, it is from whatever person, and this is the information on this. This is when it was filed, so on and so forth. Because they didn't have one of those for this person in the last 4 years. They didn't even have one document. But for 4 years, they continued saying that, hey, we've got it all, and we're getting him because, oh my God, he is the worst ever, and he's somebody else's puppet, and so on and so forth. Well, they held back information from you, and they got you to make a decision. I don't know if you're happy with that decision or not, if you get all the information, but if I was you, I would at least get all the information, and I would make my own decision, because that's what we are as Americans. We make our own decisions. So get all the information you can and make your own decision. Thank you. This is Neil, the crazy inventor, because I do study that and I find it fascinating how the brain works. If there's something that you just say over and over and over, the brain starts believing it, even if you know it's not true. Neil, the crazy inventor, you're amazing, and I will prove it.
To learn more about Neil G. Brownell's book, You're Amazing, and I'll Prove It, click on the link below. If you like this video, please hit the like button and hit subscribe to get more You're Amazing videos.
You're amazing, and I'll prove it.